Hi guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Today I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro. I just purchased just the drone itself because I already have a transmitter with my Mavic Air 2. But after purchasing I realized I don't want to have to be binding back and forth between two drones. So I went on eBay and purchased a used Mavic Mini 2 transmitter. So small little box, as you can see, and you would have seen what comes in it before this part of the video hit. I also picked up a Flymore combo, and we will eventually pick up the extended flight battery to give that a test out. So this new Mini 3 Pro, the original battery has a 34-minute flight time, up to a 34-minute flight time. The extended battery has up to a 47-minute flight time, which is just absolutely amazing, guys, to know that you can have a drone up for that amount of time before bringing it down to change for no battery. So our camera in this one is a little better than the Mini 2. We now have a 1/1.3 inch CMOS sensor, shoots up to 1080, 120 frames per second, up to 4K 60 frames per second, but I can't find the 120 frames per second and 1080p on my app, so there must be some type of bug which needs to be addressed. We can also shoot 4K 30 up to 4K 30 in HDR. We now have vertical and horizontal shooting, so the camera will rotate 90 degrees for those of you that are into Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Obstacle avoidance, which we now have in this drone, is front, back, and bottom, so pretty cool, and it works really well. I've got to test it up at Monroe Park a little. It does work pretty good, guys. APAS 4.0 detects objects in the aircraft's flight path, enabling it to avoid obstacles in complicated environments. Now, we've seen that on the Mavic Air 2, and this little drone also has it, which is absolutely awesome. We now have up to a 12-kilometer range on this drone, depending on obstructions in your environment. Features like master shots, focus track, hyperlapse, panoramic pictures. Absolutely awesome, guys. Now, with all that being said, let's head up to the field, check this drone out. I'm up Monroe Park today. You can see I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Now, I've had this for 3 days so far, guys, and I can honestly say they haven't been a very successful 3 days. 90% of my flights, FPV has been freezing up solid using my iPhone 10. So today I'm going to try it with my Samsung A70, as this phone is also compatible. So the other thing I can tell you is the app is pretty buggy right now. I believe DJI are trying to fix it. But yeah, it's pretty buggy, guys. Now I can't do a screen recording, but that's fine. We'll get this up as quick as I can, guys, because the drone is known to overheat from sitting. So here we go. Start the transmitter and the drone. We have a new chime, if you can hear that. Okay, so my very first initial flight with this, I had to calibrate the gimbal. It had a gimbal error. There we go, go fly. Take off with caution, no GPS. We have to wait for a signal, which takes a couple of seconds here. Okay, switch to SD card. We're reading 0 satellites right now. Hopefully we get some here, guys. It's a beautiful clear day. There's 8. Now I had to wait until this evening to do this. It's now 7:30 in the evening, as it was hotter than the devil's crack here today. Please check it on the map. 31 degrees. Okay, we're ready to go. So we're in video 4K 30. we will start recording and auto take off. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but that is the most quietest drone I have ever heard today. So let's see if we get any FPV freeze, guys. Right off the bat here, we will do a little droney. So I can tell you I haven't had any transmission issues with this. I am going to spin you guys this way so we can keep that drone over there and keep an eye on it. So we are 100 meters out, 50 meters up. Full bars transmission, 96% battery already. So I'm only on the 4th charge of this battery so far, guys. Let's bring it back and see how hazy it looks out there. As I said, people, hopefully I don't get any FPV freezing. I was absolutely disgusted the first 90% of my flights with this. Don't get me wrong, guys, the drone flies absolutely amazing. Everything seems to work good except for a few bugs in the app. One I can show you right off the bat. My transmitter is in cine mode. You can see up here it says N mode. So for me to get rid of that, I have to go to sport mode and flick it back. And yeah, it's gone to cine mode. So there's one main bug. And that's how you fix it. So FPV seems good so far. Now I've tested everything else on this drone. Everything works good. The follow me, the master shots, the panos. The only thing I haven't done yet is a hyperlapse. So I'm just doing a little droney there. I've got two people wanting to go by over the track here. You can see them going now. So I'm gaining altitude as I'm bringing it back. I'm 130 meters out, just about 50 meters high, and climbing. Just about coming up on the 200 meter mark out. Strong signal. It's a little breezy here today, but absolutely nothing this drone can't handle. So we're 253 meters out. I'm not going to go too much further, guys. I know the signal strength is good here. I've had it out roughly 500 meters yesterday and still a strong signal, no disconnection. The only thing I've had happen was the FPV freeze and have to hit the return to home. I absolutely thought there was a second problem, but it ended up being my my other PC, which has only an i3 processor in it. It was absolutely chopping up the video, but I took the files, put them in my other PC, which has an i7 processor, and it ran them fine. So it wasn't the files, which I initially thought it was. You guys can see me down there under the tree. Gotta stand under the tree, guys. It's still so hot out here. And I can tell you my home inside is 10 times hotter than what it is outside. Okay, so we are going to try the follow me here. The obstacle avoidance works really well on this drone. So we're going to select me, and we're going to hit active track. Skip that tutorial. Hit active track and hit go. Okay guys, I'm going to spin the camera and walk away and let you guys see. The drone is backing up. I'm going to go sideways. That drone will follow me sideways. Actually, it's spinning around me. Just going to keep a view on my surroundings here because I have 2 trees. But we know this active track works really well, as most of DJI's drones usually do. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Deselect me. So there's also parallel, and the other one is spotlight. Yeah, and we also have point of interest. I haven't tried the point of interest. Spotlight, the drone just stays still and it will turn whichever way you go. I'm sure most people that own a DJI have used that before, as the other ones have that in them too. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording for a second here. We're going to show you one of the main features on this drone, which is you can reverse the camera. Just like so, and I will start recording. So this is mainly used for, say, Instagram or TikTok. You get that aspect ratio of the skinny screen. And you can also zoom while you're filming in that mode. Just like so. So we will zoom out. I'm going to try a little dolly zoom here, guys. We will reverse and zoom in. Just like that. And the reverse of it is come forward and zoom out. Pretty decent. So I'll stop recording. And let's take a photo with this drone. Actually, let's reverse the camera back first. Put it back the regular way. So I'm going to climb here, back out a little bit. I'm going to get me and the surroundings in view. Put the camera on 48 megapixel and we will snap a shot. That might be a little dark. I might have to change the exposure value here. So we will go, is it positive? Yeah, there we go. Brighten it up. It's now plus 1.0. We'll snap a shot. So that might be a little too bright for the background, but just to show you guys, that's all. So we'll go back to video. Actually, we will go to master shots. And I'm going to bring that drone in. Now this is where I really wish I had a screen recording going, guys. Okay, so I'm going to select me. We will hit start. 2, and it will perform its master shot. So start off as a droney. And it says zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out. So there you go, it zoomed. Now it's doing a medium circle. Okay, now it's going back to a close circle. I just have people trying to wander in my way here, so I have to keep an eye out. Now it's doing a droney. I've got 2 people on this swing now, so there was pretty much nobody around here when I first got here, guys. So now it's a far circle. Then I believe it's going to come in close and I raise the camera up. Yes. So you pick the camera up yourself as the drone is coming in here. Just like that. And now it's going to do a rocket. And then it's going to do a very slow, small circle with the camera facing down. I've got a jet way up above here. You can just see it circling now, but it's nowhere in our view. He's got to be 1,000 feet up or more. 1,000 meters, I should say. So that's it, guys. Now it's returning to where it started. And it will cycle that all together. And you can hear it playing the music. You can see it down here in the bottom corner. So there's your master shot. So we'll go back to video. One thing I didn't tell you guys, you can film from 1080p all the way down to 24 frames a second up to, yeah, it only has 60 frames a second in 1080p. 2.7 is the same, 24 to 60. And in 4K, it's 24 to 60. Something was making me think there that it had a 120 frames per second, and I thought it was in 1080p, but it's not showing me in this app. So we're in 4K. We're going to put it down to 30, and we'll start recording. We're down to 52% battery, guys, so we're going to head over this way. We'll head over towards the dock over there, and there's a few people out on that dock. So that's our our local yacht club. The local yokels. There you go, guys. You can see a few people down there. So at least we're not having any FPV freezing today, so it possibly may have been my phone. I won't tell for sure until I have a couple of flights on this, though. But as I say, guys, it was pretty maddening getting a brand new drone and having FPV freeze within, say, not even 5 minutes of flying the drone. And getting out to like where I'm at now and having to hit return to home. So we're heading back. I can say the camera on this drone is absolutely amazing. Looks just great, guys. It looks great. Let's look into the sun here. Spin it around. Gain some more altitude here too. We're only 80 meters up. That plane is long gone. I have it automatically set here for 122 meters, which is exactly 400 feet. So we'll put that camera up a little more.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
It's actually stopping me at 120 meters. So you can see the sun. I'm going to see if I can change my exposure value here. Okay, I've got to bring it back into the minus. Probably right about there. Minus 1.3. So you can actually see the clouds and the sun. But everything on the ground seems to darken up when you do that. Now if I bring the camera down, there you can see it comes a little clearer. So that's one thing I'm not very great with, guys, is exposure value and white balance. I actually have to do some learning on that stuff. I'm not a cameraman, even though I love to fly these drones. So I've just stuck it back to 0. That's usually what they say, is try and keep it as close to 0 as possible. We're going to head back over to me. We're down to 38% battery, so it's about time to land this drone. I'm going to come in this way. There's nobody right down here. There are people over here, and there's 2 on that swing. So there, I'll come in through this way. We'll start lowering our altitude. Actually, what I want to do, guys, is hit return to home and show you guys how it's going to miss this pad. Out of 3 battery cycles, it's only hit that landing pad once. Every other time it's missed by, say, about a foot. So right now I'm just about right above the pad. Let's see if it hits it. No, we're way off. There you go, guys. That's, geez, that's 5-6 feet away or more. More. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna bring it over to the pad.
Landing.
And there you have it. So at least there's no FPV freezing today, guys. I don't know what was causing it, if it was my phone, the heat outside. God only knows, but it's working absolutely awesome today. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's little review. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe, leave a like, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.